Welcome to BitBoy Crypto, home of the BitSquad, the largest and greatest crypto community in all the interwebs. My name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I'll show you how to make money in crypto. If you like money in crypto, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Today is July 23rd.
That is correct.
Friday, July 23rd. Guys, 2021, obviously. Olympics starting today, opening ceremonies. They were early this morning. You can catch them on on NBC, I think, right now. We support Team USA. We hope we get the most gold medals. So, you know, we're here every day doing the Crypto Olympics or the Crypto Olympics. That's a great word. I need to copyright that. Crypto Olympics. And they're over there hustling, and it's very sad they don't have any fans this year. No spectators watching the games. At least they're pulling it off. You feel bad for some of these athletes. Those are one time to shine. Got nobody there to watch them. We come to you live, by the way, every single day at 11:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, as you guys know. But my wife's a huge fan of the Olympics, so we're going to be watching a lot of Olympics. So, you know, cheers on to the USA. Hope we can crush everybody. Somebody said Team Netherlands. I hope you're from the Netherlands. You should be cheering for your own country, unless you live, well, I'm going to leave that alone. Okay, guys, so now they're calling me Lady Boy instead of Latte Boy. Is that that's the new thing there? Latte Boy, maybe? Guys, today we got the markets looking pretty good. We'll take a look at market watch here in just a second, but pretty good. We're hovering around that 32.5. We really need to hold that 32.5 level to start moving up. But really excited. BitBoy got nickname game. USA, that's right. Nickname game. I like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. Let's just get right into it. You guys know what's going on today with the markets. 1.14 million subscribers. By Monday, we should probably tick up to 1.15, but it is slow going these days on YouTube. YouTube is just not recommending us anymore like they used to. But you know what? It's okay. We've hit spots like this before. And you know what? We always come back out on top. 460,000.4 followers on Twitter. You guys don't forget to join our contest here. And also, we do want to talk about our Theta Drop. Do we have a Theta Drop tab pulled up here?
I'm not sure if it's pulled up. It should be the
I'll
same.
Pull it up real quick.
I think it's right on the home page.
Yeah.
And there should be about 30 minutes left on this drop.
Okay. Okay. Oh, we got to do that too. Guys, so there's 30 minutes left on this drop right here. So you guys want to go get in on this. If you want to get in on the poker game, this is a bid system. So you get the NFT and you get to play a game of poker with me. We've got 8 spots filled up right now, but you can take one of those top bids still. 30 minutes remaining. Same thing with the Zoom call. Those spots are all filled, but you can take this spot with a new bid. And here, same thing for the exclusive meetup at the new headquarters, BitBoy Crypto Atlanta headquarters pack. Bitmobile, I mean, we sold 2,582 of these. These are still available. The snapbacks are unfortunately sold out for you guys that wanted to wear hats. So also, let's go ahead and get into the markets. And after we do the markets, we'll do we'll talk about Hyper real quick because we move to the Bitverse stuff. Guys, also don't forget to follow us on Instagram, 246K over here, and on TikTok, we got 2.7 million there. All right, so looking into the markets here right now, we've got the volume at $63 billion, market cap 1.33 trillion, and as predicted over here, and what I mean, I'll tell you what I mean by that in a second, Bitcoin dominance is actually down today, 45.7%. ETH up 18.1%, and look how low the Guays are. It's only 7 pair of Guays to send a transaction today. Guys, what I mean is exactly as predicted, as this market cap at 1.33 trillion is actually up from yesterday. However, we know Bitcoin is actually almost at the same spot it was yesterday at this time. That means Bitcoin dominance has dropped. That's how you understand that. If the market cap goes up, Bitcoin goes down or stays at the same spot, then you know that the dominance level is dropping. So we are seeing the dominance level dropping. A lot of talk about the Ethereum flipping. Again, the decoupling from Bitcoin coming again. And I will tell you, there are a lot of people who are, out there who are pushing Ethereum right now from a price perspective because they think it would be great for the crypto markets to see it decouple from Bitcoin. Just think if we have a market where we are not totally dependent on Bitcoin for altcoin prices. That could be the end of the 97% altcoin drop. It truly could be. So right now we got Bitcoin coming in 32,400. Ethereum getting ready to push back towards 2,100 at $2,059. We'll look at the ETH chart here in a minute, see where it got to last night. Binance coin down a little bit today, but Binance has some big news. We're covering that today. Maybe, is that on the list? Anything about Binance?
I think there should be.
There should be maybe a story about it. So we'll look at that. If not, I'll tell you what it is a little bit later. They're talking about launching an IPO, I'll just tell you. So very interesting stuff. Cardano down a little bit today. XRP pushing 60 cents right there at the 60 cent mark again. Hopefully we can see that push up over. Dogecoin sitting around the same. So look at the biggest gainers of the day here. We have Axie Infinity up again today. Well, Axie Infinity, that is it's number 46 now.
Wow.
We never bought any of that, did we?
I don't think we did.
I see a question there. Will Ben ever stop dripping? That's a nice polo. My wife bought this for me, and she forced me to wear it. And I was late to work today. Late to work. It's a negligible term when you own the company. But late to work today because I forgot it at home, and I had to turn around and go get it. So very sketch. I had it in my Demon all week because I've been drawing the Demon because the TRX is getting wrapped right now. And it's been sitting in the seat. And then today, I ended up driving my Rebel to work for a certain reason to get it washed and cleaned, and we're doing some stuff with it. And I had to turn around and go back and get the Olympic shirt that was still in the Demon. Telcoin up, having another good run here, up 17%, 36% for the week. AMP, Flow, OKB, Tezos, Helium, Stacks. Look, when you got one that's up for the day but down for the week, it doesn't feel as good. And, I mean, that's kind of speaks to the return of the markets moving up again. As we're looking at projects that are green for the week and for the daily. Speaking of projects, we did mention yesterday that our coin for the Bitverse Punks NFT that we did for the airdrop, $10,000 airdrop across holders, is Hyper. The ticker is UDOO. I'm actually an advisor for them. They are a social media blockchain similar to SoMe. They're kind of I look at kind of Hyper as more the Instagram, TikTok hybrid. I look at SoMe as kind of the Facebook replacement. So I'm an advisor for both those projects. We love both those social media blockchains, but Hyper is the coin of this week. We're really excited about what was the card that it went to? Do you remember?
The character, I do not.
What was the name of that one?
Was it Vanish?
I can't remember. Maybe I have DZ or Brian, can you go grab DZ for me? Can't remember exactly what it was. But so let's talk about Hyper for a second, just so you guys know. We'll look it up here on CoinMarketCap, then we'll get to the AMA. We have a lot of appreciation for these projects that sponsor these $10,000 airdrop giveaways. Right now, How Do or Hyper is coming in at 850 on CoinMarketCap. I don't think they've done the token swap, or they haven't done the token swap yet. It's up 2% on the day. The market cap's only 18.2 million, so a pretty good run. You guys can see, I mean, it's had some really massive run-ups over the last 2 years. Still, overall, it is up since last year. Pretty good. Hopefully, we're back on an uptrend for it. For Hyper, there's increasing demand for quality decentralized social media and content delivery platform to compete with YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok, and Hyper looks to set that void.
So we were right. It is Vanish.
It is Vanish. That sounded right. It is Vanish is the card. Team at Hyper has been working nonstop this summer to improve its iOS, Android, and Huawei apps, tracking exciting creators looking for more control of their content, greater rewards, and playing the highly anticipated global launch of Hyper. With the Skrill supported fiat on and off ramp fully tested and rolled out on desktop, August will see a flurry of updates and activity. The already clean and sharp Hyper user interface will see improvements, and hugely anticipated functionality will be integrated. There's major activations in New York, LA, Miami, London. The Huawei promotion and the announcement of a superstar athlete currently in Tokyo for the Olympics, looking to add to their collection of gold medals. Hyper will then make a special announcement on September 1st regarding a global activation event, streaming its exhilarating Battle of the Bars with at least one world title match. Has potential to be the most used app in blockchain. The hype is real. So you guys make sure to check out Hyper. Thank you to Hyper for sponsoring that airdrop for the Bitverse Punks. Very exciting stuff. So let's go ahead and move on now, and let's talk about what we got going on with AMAs. What questions we got here?
Let's see. We've got... I'm so tired of this sideways movement. How long can it go on like this?
Not long. It will not be much. I mean, I think we're already seeing the move up right now. If we can get that 32.5, and look, There's still may be one more drop. I know we preached mid-July. We preached this message of don't sell your Bitcoin, don't sell your Ethereum. On the 20th, it looks like maybe we hit a bottom hitting under 30K for the last time. Some people believe we still have one more drop. The irony of us preaching that message is the manipulators were not able to push it down to where they want to at $28,000. I don't think there's enough momentum to the downside or volume to get another push down, but it is certainly possible. But there are black swan events coming in the fall in the traditional markets. Watch for these events. When the message switches from inflation to deflation, this is not going to be good. The stock market probably will crash sometime in the late fall this year. When that happens, crypto's not moving up at that time. So the point is manipulators only have a small window here to get the second half of this bull run. It's not going to be a half. It's going to be a second leg. But it's going to be short. It's going to be sweet. It's going to be parabolic. So I think sooner rather than later is what we will be seeing.
Slevin on Twitch. BitBoy, what's your favorite Olympic event?
My favorite Olympic event, I mean, so far I've been watching the women's softball. I really like women's softball. It's fun to watch. But, I mean, as far as actually, like, if I'm thinking, like, kind of track and field or something like that, I would say, I mean, long jump's pretty fun. I like watching the long jump. But, I mean, you just can't beat the sprinters. I mean, the sprinting is probably my favorite thing to watch. I thought I was going to be a sprinter when I was younger, but then I learned I was slow, so it was never going to work.
What comes first, BTC to 64K or ADA smart contracts?
BTC to 64K, for sure. And the reason is because the date on that is set, the over-under for ADA smart contracts is October 1st, or is it September 1st? Either way, even if it's October 1st or September 1st, we've got to be back up towards 64K by the time that starts. I'm just going to say Bitcoin to 64K, I think has the best chance there. Still bullish on ADA. Can
we get a shout-out for curling?
Well, curling's Winter Olympics.
It is.
Curling is Winter Olympics. And I love curling in the Winter Olympics for sure. So.
Is there a BitBoy video on how and when to take profits?
Yeah, somebody actually put it in the Twitch chat over there. If you search BitBoy exit strategy, we've talked about it numerous times, taking profits on the way up.
And that's a good thing to remind people. If you don't know, you can search the YouTube channel. So if you're looking for specific coins.
Here's how you do it. Let me show them how to do it here.
Yeah, perfect.
If you come here to the channel, that was weird.
Yeah,
there's a delay. If you come here to the channel and you look here, you have these tabs: home, video, playlist, community, channels, about. Click this magnifying glass, and now this will search my channel exactly. So if you put exit strategy, here it is: ultimate altcoin endgame, perfect crypto trading exit strategy, when to sell your crypto, complete guide, make giant crypto profits and keep them. So you guys can see these are all some of our videos we made on that topic.
BitLab Academy anytime soon? Yes, we are actually having a meeting on that today. We've got the back end, like the structure set up now, so we're uploading all the courses and all the content, so we should be launching that extremely soon.
By the end of quarter two?
Yes, by the end of quarter two.
By 2022, maybe.
Reckless, BitBoy, as someone newer to crypto, 3 to 4 months, is DCA into BTC, ETH, and ADA recommended at this point in the market?
Well, the thing about dollar cost averaging is it's recommended during all times of the market. That's the point of doing it. You shouldn't be dollar cost averaging for a specific time segment. It's a long-term strategy. Inti Velez says, we love DZ. Yeah. So, you know what? Why don't you go watch DZ Crypto? It's a different channel. Just kidding. Love DZ. He's a great friend. So dollar cost averaging is a long-term strategy. So in essence, yes, you should be doing it at all times. Bear market, bull market, that's how you take advantage of the lack of volatility.
Oh, crypto phase. Shout out to Kyle
Dake,
wrestling for Team USA in Tokyo.
Let's go, Kyle. Let's get it. Yeah.
Nice.
Crypto face, will you be in the Olympics yourself? I want to know. I want to know from everybody in the chat, if Crypto Face was in the Olympics, what would he be? I'm going to say, I think he would be a fencer.
Interesting.
Yeah, because when they take off those masks, they always got long hair, I think.
Yeah, that's
you have to kind of be like a hippie, like a long-haired hippie to be a fencer. Look, he's not a hippie. Crypto Face is not a hippie. He's going to kill me for saying that. But just like a fencer, he would kill you as well.
Ian Valdez, still bullish on DOT.
I mean, I'm as bullish on DOT as I've ever been. I mean, I think DOT is going to be look, We're going to be doing a video. We got another digital currency group video coming for you guys probably next week. We didn't get it done. We wanted the proper research this time. Someone said beer pong. I don't know if that's in the Olympics. Ball girl. That's what somebody said. Flag gymnastics for Crypto Face. Floor dancer. I like that. I think Crypto Face.
Speed walking.
Oh, he would crush speed walking. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Does anybody remember that Malcolm in the Middle episode about the speed walking? Speed walking's got to be the most fun Olympic sport. I forgot what as far as DOT goes, look, we're going to have a video for you guys after these digital currency group videos where we talk about Metacartel and Moloch DAO. Literally named their DAO. Vital Buterin was invested in this, by the way. Literally named their DAO after a god of sacrificing children. You can't make that stuff up. Moloch. Look it up. Literally named it after that. So we're going to have more videos on them, and we're going to explain how Gavin Wood is heavily tied into all that stuff. And so there's kind of bad stuff back in the background, but behind some of that. But the fact is that it is going to pump because we know these cartels. We know the corporate behind-the-scenes venture capital money. We know where it flows to, and it definitely flows to DOT. So it's going to be a good platform. It's going to work. I'm not in love with some of the people behind it, but it's going to do well.
Somebody on Twitch said they could see CryptoFace doing archery, and I have to agree with that. That's a pretty good one.
Oh, with the mask on.
Of course.
Yeah, with the mask on.
Community tokens to be bigger than DeFi?
No, but they'll be big. But look, what are your thoughts on community tokens? You have strong thoughts about them.
I think they'll develop very well in time. I think it's going to be, they're going to be kind of all over the place to start, kind of like NFTs, and then the best ones will rise up, and I do think they'll be huge. I don't think bigger than DeFi just because there's so much.
DeFi is going to be the very biggest thing.
There's so much for DeFi, but there's going to be a lot of really good community tokens, and I do think that will be huge drivers of a lot of different things.
Yeah. I think community tokens one day will be the standard. Mm-hmm. One day will be the standard, just like companies have gift cards, they'll have community tokens. It's if you think about what a gift card really is, it's a producer of an internal economy at a retail store or a restaurant. And the community token will eventually replace that. And eventually your gift cards will probably have the token. That's probably how they'll do it. Instead of cash on the cards, it'll be the token.
Right. All right, last one. Do you use MetaMask, or which wallet would you recommend for NFTs and new crypto games?
MetaMask for sure.
Yeah,
I'm big fans of MetaMask. We love MetaMask. I use it religiously.
Yeah, we use it constantly.
So, yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I want to know in the chat. Yeah, how many people we have watching, by the way?
We have 7,500 people watching, only 1,500 likes. We can definitely get to 5,000 today.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get to 5,000 likes, guys. 7,500 people watching. Yeah, I would just say make sure to like this video. If you could do us a favor, if you're watching on mobile chat, X out of the mobile chat, hit like, and then go back to the mobile chat. You didn't miss anything. If you're watching on a smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of the screen, more actions, more options. Click like there as well. You hit react and then like or dislike the video. But I want to know from the chat, we've talked about CryptoFace, but I want to know if TJ and I were to go head-to-head in an Olympic competition, obviously I would win. That's not the important thing. I want to know what it is. I want to know what event do you guys think would be best served for TJ and I to go head-to-head on.
Well, maybe we can make our own little Summer Olympic special.
The Crypto Olympics.
Yeah. And
the Crypto Olympics.
Well, we could actually do summer sports. It'd be interesting. I know I would crush you in ping pong.
Crush me in ping pong?
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think so. My pickleball skills have led me to become a pretty good ping pong player. So.
Okay. Do you want?
I'm not saying you crush me. I'm not. Before I played pickleball, I was terrible at ping pong. Okay. I will say so. Skateboarding, gymnastics, thumb wrestling. TJ's got like a short, stubby thumb. It might be hard to get that thing down. I don't know. Hammer throw, swimming, high dive, snowboarding. He would win for sure. Yeah. Haircut competition. I'm crushing that one, obviously. Pole vault, skinny dipping. Skinny dipping. I don't know how you judge who wins that.
Ben in Speedos versus TJ in Speedos butterfly swim.
That would be rough.
I'm probably not a great swimmer.
Chess. I'm winning in our chess. Did you move, by the way, in our chess game?
I haven't moved.
You haven't moved?
People it's messed up now. People don't realize we're playing, so they come in and move all the pieces.
Well, let's make a sign.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on here. Let's look at the charts. Talking about Bitcoin here. So yesterday we drew this line. I mean, pretty easy line to draw here. And you guys can see kind of the good news here is that we have, in fact, gone above it. The bad news is we were not able to hold it. So is that good news? Is that bad news? Depends on who you ask. We've got to get above this resistance line here on the daily chart to be going back bullish. We have to get above. We have to get in this range up here. So hopefully we will see that sooner rather than later. We did get the green dot. We did get price action. Ben versus TJ and Sumo Wrestling. TJ, I love you. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't. I think you have to have a little bit of a belly to be a sumo, or at least be,
Did you see the sumo wrestling they were doing at the Bitcoin 2020 conference?
And one of the sumo wrestlers, I mean, God bless his soul. I don't know the guy from Adam.
Yeah.
Okay. But he had like skin spots all over his legs, and it was real gross.
There was a lot.
All the way up through his buttocks, because you could see his full buttocks.
There was a lot of skin. A lot of skin.
Very large butt.
Yeah.
Okay. And as far as the Ethereum chart goes, you know there's all kinds of outrage here about the new TradingView logo. Have you seen it? Yeah, the new TradingView logo. People hate it. You can see it at the top of the tab, but you can't see it, I don't think, on your side.
Oh, look.
Yeah.
What's the outrage? They just don't like it?
Yeah, people hate this new logo. They did a little bit of a rebrand.
Yeah.
It's fine. ByBit just did a rebrand as well on their logo, so people are trying to get new logos right now.
It's pretty out there.
Ethereum at 2048. It did get as high as 2085, pushing 2100. Butt shaving. Thanks, Crypto Face, for that. So we did get above that, or we did push $2,100 for Ethereum. We haven't been at $2,100 since July 8th, when we really started that descent. I just feel like the tide is turning right now. I really do feel strongly, even if we do have one more push down, which I don't think we're having, but we could certainly get. I'm feeling really good about Ethereum above $2,000, or hovering around 2050 right now. I think that's some good stuff. We have this Bitcoin supply shock ratio, which is revealing that within the supply shock chart here, which I don't know exactly how they measure. It's probably similar to stock to flow, I would think. But there's a specific ratio for the supply shock that occurs after the halvings. And as you guys can look back here and see, in September of 2020, we were going down in price, but there was a bullish divergence on the supply shock ratio. We come forward, we look here, hidden bullish divergence again seems to indicate we could be heading back up. Then, of course, we have this here that affected things, the China headlines and their impact on Bitcoin, going back all the way to 2013. You guys see, I want you guys to think about this. For 8 years, China has been banning Bitcoin. How does that even make sense? You either ban something or you don't, okay? Even as early as 2013, they were talking about banning Bitcoin.
I knew that got your attention.
Yeah, it did. Yeah. Son of a snitch. It's true. I mean, it's true, though. I mean, when my Lamborghini gets here, I doubt it will outperform it. But pretty sure TJ drives a GTR, and he does. That outhandles a Demon 10 times out of 10. Yeah, but I would blow it on a straight. I mean, on a straight track, you're not touching me.
Yeah.
But if there's a curve, you can probably beat it. Can we commit to this, TJ? Can we commit to a track day today?
Yeah.
Can we get Allison to start calling and try to get that scheduled? I want a track day. I want to do this. We should do it probably for September, because my Lambo should probably be here by then, and we can take them both.
Yeah, let's do it fall sometime.
Yeah,
but let's wait. There's no reason to really start putting too much until we know when the Lambo is going to be here.
Yeah, I'm going to follow up on it on the 1st.
Perfect.
So, how many gold medals does Ben's guy say we'll get?
The U.S.?
Yeah, let me ask him. I'll ask him here. I'll see. He may be watching right now.
He said he'll come smoke both of us on my
How many medals does the U.S. win? All right, we'll see what he says. Okay. He may or may not think that's funny. He's a very serious guy. Okay. Okay. A false report in 2014 saying that the People's Bank of China will halt all Bitcoin transactions are released. And the point here, what you're looking at is you're looking at the short returns. They're almost all negative. But long term, over the next 90 days, generally these numbers go big, up to 258%. So the point is, and this is in 1/4/18, I mean, this is the beginning of the bear market, so there is no return coming from then. And we're waiting to see how these results lie for the 90 days. Generally, there's a reason for this. They push the price down on purpose, and then they lift it back up. That's the whole point of them pushing it down in the first place. So we'll have to see how this works out. And then here's the last thing to look at. Here's a crypto quant chart. It says we are still in the bull market. The MVRV 2013 cycle, read more for the quick day if you want to check that out. But the long and the short of it is this graph here, going back to 2016, reveals we actually still are in the zone for a bull run right now. That's why I continue to say we are in a bull run. Marlon Woodham on the super chat here over on YouTube says, is BitBoy on TikTok? Well, yeah, you can go to TikTok. You can follow me there. At BitBoy Crypto, I'm verified. 2.7 million followers. We're slowly but surely ticking back up over there. I did just put out a couple of Dogecoin TikToks. That one's doing real well. We'll have to see how this other one works out, talking about Elon Muskrat. All right, so let's get here. And then here was the chart here. Let me read this real quick, but you can keep it going. Analyzing the MVRV cycle, crypto quant data shows that since 2013, periods during which Bitcoin was declining, often dropping heavy, were the best times for buying the dip prior to a rise. Thus, the crypto quant analyst states that Bitcoin is still in a bull market. Previously, the analytics agency stated that the bear market for Bitcoin has not arrived as per data based on the MVRV ratio, which is a very traditional Bitcoin top-bottom indicator. It demonstrates the ratio of the market capitalization value of an asset to its unrealized capitalization. So what we got here is that we now got some FOMO going on in the market, some crypto FOMO. We've got Switzerland's largest bank, UBS, says clients have crypto FOMO. We've got Jack Dorsey of Twitter and Square saying Bitcoin is a big part of the future of Twitter. We've got Bitcoin ownership tripling in the United States, as those calling it very risky drops by 20%. We've got this one. More than 1 in 10 Americans invested in crypto this year. Here's how they differ from stock market investors. Well, they like gains. That's how. They're saying that this here is a demonstration. This old white guy, pointed out by an old white guy, invests in stocks. This young lady here, she's in crypto. What a freaking sweeping generalization this is. Hey, because this old white guy right here, I'm in crypto. But to be fair, my hair's not totally gray. Yeah. Not totally gray yet. We'll see how this happens. I've been looking at pictures of myself from when I first got married like 12 years ago. Mm-hmm. Gosh, it's crazy how much older I look. It's amazing what 12 years, what almost 33% of your life will do to you. It's amazing. Okay, so where was I here? Let's go back. Let's kind of go over some highlights of these stories. This is about UBS saying clients have crypto FOMO. What they're saying is clients are looking at different alternatives. They hear about crypto, and there is a bit of fear of missing out as well. It said, Hammers, who's with the CEO of UBS, do you have no FOMO as a CEO that maybe you are going to miss out on a few millionaires and billionaires? He insisted he never has FOMO. Why? Because these banks, they've got a long-term view. And look, it's easy to have a long-term view when you're rich. And let me tell you what I mean by rich. When you don't live paycheck to paycheck. That in today's culture is pretty much rich. How do I know that? 70% of people in the United States live paycheck to paycheck, okay? So the point here I'm making is this. You got to have a short-term view when you're trying to get gains. I mean, that's really just the truth of it. That's what I did. I want to make as much money as I could in a short period of time to take advantage of a bull market. That's great. You got to do that. The longer-term view is buying in the bear market. So I understand everybody's trying to get out of that paycheck to paycheck life. You don't have a lot of you guys don't have the opportunity to wait 10 years for that. You want to get out of that now. Maybe you're trying to retire. Maybe you're 50. You don't want to work till you're 60, okay? That's how you take advantage of altcoins. Altcoins yield much larger short-term gains. long term, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, XRP, some of these projects, Binance Coin, they're going to make you a lot of money, but you got to get to the point where you can be in a financial position to let that stuff sit for 5 or 10 years. And then you'll really be thinking smart, like the way these banks think. Jack Dorsey said that he believes it is going to be Bitcoin's going to be a large part of their future. Twitter shares were up more than 5% in pre-market trading after the company posted earnings that were well ahead of analyst forecasts. Also gave a rosy third quarter outlook, saying it expects revenue of between $1.22 billion and $1.3 billion ahead of current forecasts of $1.17 billion. And then Jack Dorsey says, which I've got a nickname for him, I can't really say, I'll just call him the nose ring guy for now. If the internet has a native currency, a global currency, we're able to move so much faster with products such as super follows, commerce, subscriptions, tip jar, and we can reach every person on the planet because of that instead of going down a market by market approach. A market by market by market approach. So the point here is I really want to highlight is, here we go again. We told you what's coming, what the goal is. A global currency. That is the ultimate goal of what a lot of these people want. And Jack Dorsey, he is as big of a pawn in this game as anyone else. Don't buy the narrative, and I know at some point we were saying this narrative. Don't say the narrative he's a good guy with his hands tied. That's not true. He's actually fantastic in making it appear that way. That's what he's a master of. He is a master of illusions. So let's go and move on here. Circle K. What about this? Circle K convenience stores will host thousands of crypto ATMs. Despite suspending service to some crypto ATMs during the early days of the pandemic, Bitcoin Depot has continued to expand. Someone said, okay, I'm not going to touch that. It's because I don't know. That's the answer to that question. Bitcoin Depot announced today that more than 700 of its Bitcoin ATM machines had already been installed at Circle K convenience stores in 30 U.S. states as part of the new partnership. The crypto ATM distributor said the expansion could provide underserved communities with financial access tools and attract more people to the crypto space. And I'll come back to that super chat. Over the last year, we've watched crypto gain mainstream adoption by wealth managers and investment firms. But what about the people who don't have access to those services? Bitcoin Depot's director of product, Alona Lubovanya, told Cointelelie, ATMs being located in Circle K's provide an easy on-ramp for the underbanked and less affluent, not just someone with a wealth manager. The company claims to have more than 3,500 crypto ATMs in operation across the U.S. and Canada, allowing customers to purchase more than 30 different types of cryptos, including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the long-lost crypto Litecoin. I continue to tell you that while Litecoin is falling, it's the most consistent altcoin of all time. And there's a reason why a lot of these more mainstream places like PayPal or Bitcoin Depot allow people to buy Litecoin. It's seen as very safe, as kind of grandfathered in under Bitcoin as not a security. People don't have to worry about that. And it's been around for a while. It's got longevity, tenure, and consistency. So don't sleep on Litecoin. I know it's not super sexy. It's not one of our largest holdings by any stretch of the imagination, but it certainly wouldn't surprise me to see Litecoin back in the top 10. Will not surprise me at all. Last year in the fall, nobody thought it was a top 10 coin. It fell out, and you know what? It went all the way back up to number 5 or 6. So just remember that. Number of crypto ATMs across the globe allowing customers to exchange fiat for crypto has grown significantly in recent years. Time of the publication data from Coin ATM Radar shows there are roughly 24,000 ATMs in 75 countries. From Kazakhstan to Australia, the majority, 20,000 of them, are in the United States. Our mission is to bring crypto to the masses. We will continue to do this with significant partner expansions going forward. So I want to know, what do you guys think the use case is of Bitcoin ATMs? Because if you didn't know, most Bitcoin ATMs, I believe including the ones from Bitcoin Depot, they do require KYC, and the fees are very high. So I've always said this, if you are going to use a Bitcoin ATM, there should only be 2 reasons for you to do so. I actually tried one out. I was terribly disappointed by them. Now, we are going to have a Bitcoin ATM in our new building because it's cool. We just want it, right? But if a Bitcoin ATM cannot provide you no KYC or lower fees, if it can't provide you either one of those 2 things, no reason to really do it as long as you have a debit card and a bank account. If you have cash only, then that could certainly be, I guess, another reason why you would want to do that. So what was that super chat? Go back up there. Thank you for that other one, Eddie Seller. Content commentator. This guy really comments on stuff. He says, Ben, do you think Ethereum will peak out above 10K? I gotta think around 10K. It certainly is possible that we don't see 10K for Ethereum, which I would have thought was blasphemous to say about 6 months ago. But now the number I'm hearing 100K for Bitcoin. The only number that's been thrown out to me from the powers that be are somewhere between 6K and 7K possibly. So let's see here. Oh, that's pretty funny. My guy says, I'm just telling you, one of my guys, he says, he asked me to ask him about the metal count. He said, don't worry about the gold metals. They're not rigged. But the gold market, that is rigged.
That's funny.
The gold is rigged, okay, but the gold metals, they may not be. Okay, so what do you guys think about this story? I mean, do you guys think that it's important to have Bitcoin ATMs around? Do you think this may be a dying industry or a flourishing industry? I know someone that runs a lot of these ATMs, and he does extremely well with it, but he has a really hard time trying to get banked, which is why he uses, he's used one of the same banks that we use, Signature Bank in New York. They are a crypto-friendly bank. SoFi, actually, also another company we'll have a video on here soon that is becoming very crypto-friendly. All right, let's go and move on to the next thing. USDCs for everyone.
I think it's supposed to be CBDCs for everyone, but go ahead.
Yeah, why does it say USDCs?
I think.
Could you fix that?
Yeah. It's an Iran special.
The Iran special. Yeah, I hear that every time we talk about Iran on the stream, he happens to tune in for that 1 minute, and he always catches it.
Well, I'm pretty sure he meant CBDCs here.
Iran, we love you. We love you. Okay, so central bank digital currency development status as of July 20th, 2021. And this shows what's going on here. Now, I've been telling you guys that while it seems imminent at this point that CBDCs are taking over and they will be used by countries everywhere within the next year. That seems to be the narrative. I don't think it's going to be true. You're going to actually find, I think it's going to be 4 to 5 years before we see these things actually coming out. But you see here, 33 countries it's being researched in, including the United States and Australia. We've got China, Canada, which I didn't know, very interesting. And it looks like down here, Brazil and Europe, no, just Brazil. They're being developed there, some other countries as well, South Africa. Then we've got countries where it's being piloted in. Oh, I'm sorry, it's being developed in Russia, piloted in China there. I'm sorry, I don't know why I thought that. Piloted in, it looks like maybe that's South Korea. I guess that is, what country is that there? Somebody throw that out there. Somebody know? Oh, that's Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia. You guys know I know my geography. Thank you. Inactive in a few different places. Basically, in most of the world, there's some development going on with CBDCs. What's really interesting is when you look at some of the places that are unbanked the most, whether it's Argentina or Peru or Paraguay or Venezuela, Colombia, some of these countries that need the most, all these African countries, they're not being developed there. So, very interesting stuff. It looks like Ecuador had one and they canceled it, which is pretty interesting. So we do have a lot coming with these CBDCs, but I think it's going to be a long time before we actually see them. We have Ukraine unveiling a roadmap to integrate, hey, very interesting, cryptos by 2024. What's interesting here is I said, 4 to 5 years. I mean, that's 3 years. And then if you add in a year delay, like we always get from everywhere, that could work out. And we know Ukraine's very far into this at this point, knowing they're going to use the XLM Stellar blockchain. Government and business representatives have produced a roadmap to transform Ukraine into a leader in crypto integration. The authors of the new strategy want to see half of Ukrainians using digital currencies by 2024. East European nation expected to regulate its crypto space by the end of the year. Is a country where cryptos have enjoyed popularity. Ukraine now has a strategy to develop virtual asset market within 3 years. It's coming from the Ministry of Digital Transformation. Let's see, do they have a visual roadmap? They do not. Roadmap Envisages? What's that word? How would you pronounce that word?
Envisages? I think you have it.
The roadmap envisages?
No.
When you just say envisions,
Yeah.
that'd be a much better word. Envisages various regulatory, educational, and infrastructural activities. Envisages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Participants in the initiative have already established almost a dozen working groups to achieve a set of goals. One of the key areas they intend to focus efforts on is the introduction of a relevant legal terminology. Draft law on virtual assets was voted through at the first reading in Ukrainian parliament in December. Let's see here. Other priorities include the real-life asset tokenization as well as the launch of a pilot fiat crypto gateway. And I'll tell you this, right here where they're talking about real asset tokenization, this just reminds me, I don't know, we talk a lot about the future on this channel, a lot about the future. We talk a lot about NFTs. We talk a lot about CBDCs. We talk about tokenization. We talk about the metaverse, okay? Have you guys used an Oculus? I know I'm late to the game. I know people have been using these for about 2 years now, or maybe even longer. What I'll tell you is I bought one over the weekend because my son, I've got him it's in the mail right now. It's called, I think, Win Reality, WIN Reality. It's a VR baseball academy. Major leaguers use this thing. And it's got an attachment that goes on the bat, and you put the headset on, and it's literally supposed to be the same experience as hitting a baseball. So your swing has got to be accurate, and it's a good way for my kid. He's 9. I could get him facing much faster pitching without the fear of getting hit by the ball because, you don't want to hit a 70-mile-per-hour ball when you're 9. You're terrified of that pitch. So it's going to be really crazy to check it out. So I bought the Oculus for that. I put it on, and the first time I put that thing on, I understood it all. I understood what's coming. This VR stuff and this AI, it is coming so fast and heavy. And when I was wearing it, I was playing different games. I got the Star Wars game that my kids wanted, so I checked it out. It's a couple sports games. It's so realistic.
So realistic.
You feel like you are there, and it is so hard to describe unless you put the thing on.
And this is the Oculus 2, by the way. It's
Oculus 2, okay.
Much better experience than anything VR-wise that's been out recently.
So he said 5 to 6 years. Oculus has been around.
It's been around for a while, but the wireless experience is obviously a huge upgrade, and the whole interface is really well done, well put together.
Yeah. So the whole point here is this: is a lot of stuff we talk about with the metaverse. Like, it suddenly became clear to me. Like on the Star Wars game, you can control your fingers and gloves. So it's so crazy to play. I suggest everybody, if you've got access to one or you can, try it out. Look, I'm never going to play VR consistently because I'm sorry, guys, I'm just not built that way. I'd rather actually go out and hit a real baseball. But if it can help my kid, we're going to use it. But everybody should do it to understand the experience of what's coming because you can feel how primitive it is. This is the super primitive version of this. Think about where this is going to be in 10 years. Think about where this is going to be 10 years from now. Just think about this. We barely had the iPhone for 14 years. 14 years. That's all we had the iPhone for. Look how far it's come. The VR, this metaverse, we're all going to be living in this metaverse. Well, the rest of y'all are. I'm going to be, sitting there complaining in a rocking chair. Why are these kids playing these games again, But the rest of y'all are going to be in VR. I refuse to live like Wally. I refuse.
And speaking of party poopers, the price is going down right now.
Yeah. It's dumping right now, huh? Oh, it just dropped like $400.
We might lose 32.
Nah, he'll bounce back up. It's actually showing on the daily candle here on these DBSI numbers, still pretty strong. So we'll have to see what happens here. I think it'll bounce back. We saw this yesterday. So yeah, old man yells at Bitcoin. That's going to be me one day. So SEC chairman outlines regulation of crypto assets relating to security-based swaps. God, you can't tell me he's not a lizard person. You can't tell me Gary Gensler is not a lizard person. You can't convince me of that. Using lizard person tongue in cheek, of course. Really long split tongue in cheek. The chairman of the U.S. security stuff. Oh, Jason Casper's in the chat. He said this VR stuff, we're all going to be in the literal matrix. I mean, I tend to believe that you talk about lizard people. You know, I use it tongue in cheek. I don't actually believe people are lizards and wear human suits like some people believe. But and look, we love our people that believe that. We love our lizard people enthusiasts. But I'm not one of those. But what I will tell you is this: I will tell you that I really strongly believe that a lot of these the getting off of Earth thing. The space missions, your Bezoses, your Muskrats, your Richard Bransons, maybe not Richard Branson to the same extent as these other two. It's all about getting off this planet. That's what it's about. It's about getting off this planet because eventually something will happen to this planet. You know, if it's around forever, it's not going to actually be around forever because something, an asteroid, radiation, solar flare, whatever, something will eventually take the Earth out. Nobody believes that's not the case. Eventually, okay? So what they're trying to do is position themselves to get out of space. The people who can afford to get off the planet, those are the people that are the upper elite, the 0.0001%. The rest of us become disposable to them. And that's why we see Facebook turning us into products. And if you think about what The Matrix truly is, it's a fictional movie. It's got tenths of real life in it, of course, as we see. We become the products. That's what The Matrix is about. The people becoming the products to fuel the robots and the AI on Earth that, you know, live in this futuristic dystopian world. But if you think about us getting into space, like, why does it make sense if they have more billions or trillions of dollars? It doesn't. There's an end game here in play. And so I really do think about that stuff a lot. It's not about a techocracy ruling the world for power. It's about getting enough money and enough development, enough research to get off the planet. So that's what I believe. Will I have an event in Dallas, Texas? We will be having one in Texas. We have not picked the city yet, for sure. We will be doing that. We're doing Nashville next. Then we'll probably do another Atlanta one, and then we'll do a Texas one. I believe that's probably the order we're going to go in. They say space is a tax haven. Did somebody say that?
No. I mean, somebody did in the chat.
Yeah, they did say. I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Could be. Anyways, Gary Gensler has clarified how crypto is falling under security-based swaps or regulated firm platforms operating in the decentralized or decentralized space are implicated by securities laws. He said, make no mistake, it doesn't matter whether it's a stock token, a stable value token backed by securities, or any other virtual product that provides synthetic exposure to underlying securities. These platforms, whether in the decentralized or centralized space, are implicated by the securities laws, must work within that. Are you trying to show me something? Mm-hmm. Sorry, Mickey Knox. Sorry I'm late. We just had a baby. Well, congratulations to the Bit Baby. I love that.
Another Bit Baby is born.
Another Bit Baby. I like it. Let's see what he says. SEC's taking out 75 enforcement actions. And I do want to say, if you go and actually look, is this the link to them? I think it's, no. There's actually, you can find a list of all 75 actions that they've taken in the world of crypto. And what you'll find on that list is, for the most part, they're going after people the hardest who are bad people and doing bad things. No question about it. Those that live in the ambiguous gray areas, there's been very few and far between of these companies and people who have been hit by the SEC. If you look at, for instance, EOS, right? They were in a kind of an ambiguous gray area. Not necessarily bad people doing bad things. Largest ICO in history. But they got a slap on the wrist. Less than 1% of the money they raised, they had to pay in a fine. Okay? You look at Kick Token. Kick Token is the one to me that I look back on and I say, come on, SEC. Like, really? Was this really somebody you needed to go after? Their argument was that Kick, the messaging app, made the Kin token in order to fuel their dying business of the Kick messaging app. And that was what they said. Didn't really seem to be like that crazy. They didn't have a lot of proof of it. But the mistake that Kick made, they fought the SEC tooth and nail. They did not get a favorable judge like XRP has done. So, or lucked out and got, I guess you could say. Or maybe it's a larger plan. I don't know. And then we also have this story. Coinbase and top execs face securities class action lawsuit over NASDAQ listings. So this is a story we'll have to continue to monitor. Coinbase getting hit with a class action lawsuit. The SEC commissioner concerned about the U.S. lagging behind global Bitcoin ETFs. Hester Pierce, I do believe, I've been asking around about her. Seems like she is truly a pretty good person, not a major player in the manipulation, not a scandalous person. That's why she says what is true a lot of times, and then the SEC tries to backpedal on what she said because she's actually a good, moral, ethical person trying to do good things. And of course, we know there's a lot of people there that are what we would consider to be faux lizard folks. She said we're not a merit regulator, so we shouldn't be in the business of deciding whether something's good or bad. And that is what this whole thing boils down to. I would never imagine that I would be in the situation where we would not have yet approved one and other countries are moving ahead. The smartest people in the crypto industry are those, and in the government especially, I would say the smartest people in the government in reference to blockchain are those who see we're falling behind and we have to catch up. Look, we go back to the space race. We were getting crushed in the space race, and then what happened? We turned it around and we crushed everybody. We're the only country to have ever gone to the moon, supposedly. Okay, I do believe we went to the moon. By the way, I'm not a truther, and I believe we went to the moon. I'm not a flat earther. I don't believe in any of that stuff. I understand there's arguments for a lot of it, but I've done the research, and that's what I believe about all those things. Flat Earth, I think, is pretty obvious. No offense, Armando. But when it comes to the space race, we did get to the moon. We crushed Russia, crushed everybody that was trying to compete for that. And I believe blockchain can be the same. China's starting to get a little too far ahead, though, and it is a little troublesome. So the smartest people understand that we need to fight against that. Blockchain protocol, Thor chain, suffers another hack totaling $8 million. So is Thor chain getting crushed today? Mm-hmm. Quick check on the price. Bitcoin price rebounded back to 32.135. And we'll come back over here. Thor chain getting crushed again. Let's see what it's doing today. Rune. Oh, wow. Yep. 25% today. Thor chain, a project a lot of people are bullish on, and we've been reservedly bullish on it. It's not been a coin we've talked about a ton. We have talked about how we do like what it's doing, especially with the Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. Mm-hmm. We said favorable things about it. I think it's one you really like.
I do. Yeah, I do like it. Yeah. They've got an exploit, though. Apparently, this is the second one. I haven't read this story yet, but from what I understand, it could be a white hat hacker that intends to give the money back, just wants them to fix the problems that they have. So we'll see.
The old white hat hacker.
Yeah.
Need a black hat hacker.
Well, that's all.
They're the ones who get the real work done. Look, here's what I'll say about this. Binance Smart Chain is something to me that is still developing. You have to be leery of anything on Binance Smart Chain to some extent. Doesn't mean the projects there are bad. Doesn't mean they're all rug pulls. But we're seeing kind of some of the problems that Ethereum DeFi had early with a lot of these rug pulls starting and things like that. You have to be more careful on Binance Smart Chain than you do on Ethereum. I really believe that. Why? Whenever there's a big opportunity, that's where the scammers and the hackers go. Seems like Binance Smart Chain is a big opportunity right now. 9,000 watching. Let's get those 5,000 likes. Yeah, appreciate that, Team Gas. Just make sure to go ahead and smash that like button for us if you can. X out of the live chat. Hit the like button. Come back to the live chat. You didn't miss anything on a smart TV, bottom left-hand corner of your screen. More actions, react, and then like this video. And you know what? If you love America, if you love the USA, like this video. Okay. We are an America First channel. So love all the other countries of the world. Don't love all the governments, but we love all the people of the world for 100%. But today it's Olympics time. It's our time to shine. Let's do it. Okay, so back to this. Thor chain has been hit by another exploit, $8 million. Told CoinDesk a hacker deployed a custom contract, was able to trick the Bitfrost into receiving fake deposit addresses. Network processed a refund of real assets to the hacker. Thor chain said it was described as a gray hat exploit rather than a white one. This must be Gandalf the Grey. See, you guys know I know a little nerd stuff, I think. Is that a thing, Gandalf the Grey?
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, I got it. That's right, guys. Got to confirm my nerd stuff. You guys know how we were watching the video yesterday where Quinn and I went to Dragon Chain? DragonCon, not Dragon Chain. Went to DragonCon in Atlanta in 2019. Made a video. Video's only got 748 views. If you just search the channel for cosplayers or cosplay, you'll find it. We thought there would be a big crossover at DragonCon because we thought there would be
nerds. A
lot of nerds there. And it's just kind of funny because even back then I was talking about the nerds in DragonCon. There was not a lot of crossover, but there was a guy who said buy Dogecoin. He turned out to be really smart. But there are two options: launch and accept the risk of issues, or not launch, a 90% complete audit review cycle for another 6 months. Constant battle for these smart contract securities firms to keep up with hackers. I would say when it comes to Thor chain right here, I would say that there is blood in the water, and the hackers smell it, and they know there's a lot of exploits, and they're coming to try to get their dues. That's what they're trying to do. Nerds hold big crypto bags. Well, crypto nerds do, but normal nerds, I don't know if they do always. BitBoy versus Dragons. I think I would win. With 319 terabytes per second, Japan sets new world record for internet speed. What does this mean? This is kind of weird. Let's see what the next story is about the same. No, that's a different one. Researchers in Japan's national... These are kind of like off-the-wall stories for a Friday. Yeah. Researchers in Japan National Institute of Information Communications Technology recently set a new world record. Hey, pretty interesting world record set in Japan today. Who would have thought? For the world's fastest internet speed at 319 terabytes per second. The long-haul transfer of data took place over 3,001 kilometers. 319 TBS is remarkably fast. Most home connections are measured in megabits, as you guys know, or megabytes. What can you do with 319 terabytes per second? For downloading Netflix's whole catalog, the speed is too quick for even the platform's vast offerings, which could download everything as soon as you tap the download button. With a previous record of 178 terabytes per second, all of Netflix could be downloaded in less than a second. You can only imagine the speeds. And this is why I tell you guys constantly, it's not just about blockchain being the Wild West. We're still in the Wild West days of the internet, and people fail to see that. This is so new. In 200 or 300 years from now, they're still going to look at this as a primitive time of the internet and connectivity. Look how fast these speeds are. And why is this important? Why is it important to see that we're having new internet speeds broken? Okay? It all has to do with 5G. Okay? It all has to do with 6G and then 7G eventually. It all has to do with internet speeds overall, especially within wireless networks. Eventually, we need to have speed so fast of the internet, so much connectivity, that someone can instantly download something in a remote desert in Africa. Okay? That's how we truly bring the unbanked people into the world economy. Because if you've got access to Bitcoin or crypto or a stable coin in a remote part of the world, but you're not able to actually access it because of internet speed wherever you're at, or Wi-Fi connectivity or satellite internet, whatever the case may be, then you're not truly in the world economy. I know TJ was talking about there's actually something, you've got unbanked and you have banked, but you also have the underbanked. You want to tell them what the underbanked is?
That's just a lot of the world where you might be able to get access to banking services, but you have to travel miles, or it's not really banked. You don't really have a bank account, but you could get access to it if you really, really tried, if it took all day. They call that underbanked.
Right.
Yeah.
So we need to bring people in that are 100% banked. So it's pretty exciting to see how fast the internet is getting. And somebody made the comment down there, well, this is just more for the government to track us. I mean, look, government's going to track us no matter what the internet speed is. Mm-hmm. Okay. The 5G specifically is not about the government tracking us. As the internet speeds up, they're going to try to track us more, but they're going to track us at all times. So why blockchain is so important is to fight against some of that stuff. We also have this story. Bitcoin miner killed in grisly accident, some may call it a bear accident, after a computer breaks down. Yeah, I know it's not the same grisly, but...
Well, I was going to say that's another level of bearish right there.
Yeah, exactly. We're laughing about a man dying. Let's not.
Yeah, let's not.
26-year-old was earning thousands of dollars worth of crypto each week, but tragedy struck when his computer stopped working. Denai Makmek was restless after his sprawling crypto mining machine cut out and the hard drive would not turn back on in Thailand on Tuesday. Panic-stricken crypto fanatic told his oldest brother about the broken equipment and begged for help fixing it, fearing he would lose valuable mining time. The computer was modified to give it more power. I do not think it was saved, but my brother had built it himself for Bitcoin mining, which he really liked. We believe he attempted to fix the broken machine on his own and was electrocuted. We are still investigating this case, but no forced entry nor suspicious injuries found so far. Well, I got to tell you, this reminds me, look, I don't want to make light of the man dying, but I don't know if you guys have seen this movie, Maximum Overdrive. This should strike fear in the heart of some of you guys.
Oh my goodness.
Are you scared right now?
Yeah.
You know what this is, don't you, or no?
It's scary looking. No, I don't know what it is.
This is a semi-truck that wants to kill you.
Yeah.
This was a movie that was created probably in like 1985 or so. Let's see what year it actually was made. 1986, pretty close. Stephen King horror film to where all of the machines turned on the people. And you can see Emilio Estevez was right here in the thick of it fighting back against the Green Goblin truck monster. And it was very scary as a kid to watch this. Microwaves, which, I mean, your assistant thinks are going to kill us already. Microwaves were literally killing people, though.
Yeah.
Toasters chasing after you. Washers and dryers trying to. Well, that's a top washer trying to smash you. Okay. That's kind of what the story reminds us. No forced entry. What happened here? Did he get electrocuted, or did the Bitcoin miner turn on him? I don't know. Reminds me of a story of a guy that I knew. Well, secondhand knew through my uncle. None of you guys know this. Cigarettes are deadly. Did you know cigarettes can kill people? So what happened is this guy went hunting, and he left his cigarettes in his truck. And he went, the cigarettes fell down on the side of his seat. And so he got back in the truck and sat down and reached over his seat to grab the cigarettes. And in doing so, he fell out of the truck and broke his neck and died. Remember, cigarettes will kill.
Dangerous.
Yeah, it's very dangerous. That is a crazy story. Let's talk about this. Tyson Fury NFT sells for nearly $1 million on NFT marketplace Hodui. And I think, I was looking, and I think the Jets versus Falcons. Hold on, let me look this up. Jets versus Falcons. I think it's in London. It's in London. Yeah, it's in London, actually. So this is great news. On October 10th, the game's in London. I kind of wanted to go to that, but I want to go instead to the Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder fight.
Yeah.
So I think this morning I asked TJ, I said, we're going to go. So we're going to go, almost confirmed. We haven't bought tickets yet. We'll definitely be sitting ringside. I don't know how close we'll be. 13,000 for the most expensive tickets. Let's see what Bitcoin does. Let's wait about a month and a half to buy the tickets.
Let's do it.
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin gets back to new all-time highs. We'll get on the front row for sure.
There we go.
So we're going to go this way. I love heavyweight boxing. I love Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury 2. Tyson Fury is a beast. He doesn't look like your typical boxer, but he's huge. And so now he's done an NFT. So it's signed by British professional boxer Tyson Fury. Sold for $987K, making it one of the most expensive sports NFT sales ever. In this case, the one-of-a-kind token titled Lineal by Tyson Fury is an illustration of the boxer with 2 championship belts on his shoulders, as well as a crown with his nickname, the Gypsy King. Winner also received a 5x5 foot painting of the artwork, signed boxing gloves, as well as a video from Fury congratulating the buyer. I think for $1 million, I think he probably deserved that. Pointless fight. Fury will win again, delaying Joshua fight. Well, Deontay Wilder almost got him in the first one. So Deontay Wilder is a good boxer. Maybe he's letting his fame getting a little bit too much in his head. But yeah, there's just something about those two guys that I love to watch. Joshua, he's okay, but I wish that these two guys. I kind of want Wilder to win, so maybe eventually we'll get another one. We'll see what happens. It got delayed because Tyson Fury caught the disease of the pandemic. I heard it was the American Airlines variant he caught. Or was it the Frontier? It makes more sense. Probably the Frontier variant. Okay. All right. And then last story here. Rolex is in DeFi. NFT Marketplace 4K raises $3 million to combine NFTs and luxury goods. I know a lot of people are obsessed with these. Hey, now, TJ, you got to admit, when we were down in Miami and we were with CRM Jewelers, good friends, and they had those Rolexes, and they were selling those Rolexes for $40K, $50K. It probably wouldn't have been a bad idea to buy one at that point.
At that point, yeah, that would have been good.
We should have bought it. It would have been a good stable coin, good store of value, if you will.
Well, we said we'd come back in October.
No. We said we'd come back in June when we went to the Bitcoin conference.
Did we?
Yeah, and it was down quite considerably.
Yeah.
We didn't stop by CRM. Sorry,
No.
guys.
Yeah. Well, we said when
a tough
Bitcoin
week.
breaks 100K, we'd go back and do that.
Yeah. Where was Bitcoin at the conference?
In about the same place it was.
It was like 38K. Because remember, the Muskrat tweeted on that Friday night about Bitcoin, or that Thursday night about Bitcoin.
Oh, that's right.
Started going up, and then no, it started going up, and then he tweeted something negative again about how he knew he could manipulate the markets, and it dropped again, and then we didn't recover. So we were between 36 and 38K at that point, but we were at like 55K when we were there the first time. So, anyways, 4K, a novel marketplace that issues NFTs, pair of luxury items held in storage, has raised $3 million in a seed round of funding that was led by Electric Capital, Crosscut Ventures, Collab and Currency, Consensus, and IDEO Collab Ventures. Testing of the 4K platform also kicks off Tuesday, as the company aims to issue digital deeds to luxury items such as Rolex watches and rare sneakers. Bringing real-world assets into DeFi is viewed as a highly lucrative addition to the world of crypto lending. We know what DeFi is. NFTs come in 3 flavors: digital art, digital items, and virtual reality platforms. Do you think that is what you would say? Would you say there's only 3 varieties of NFTs? I wouldn't say that. What about audio? Where's that at?
No, there's endless amounts of NFTs.
Yeah, I think they're kind of putting NFTs in a box here. But let's see. No, there's the metaverse, digital property rights. If you bring physical aspects into crypto, which is purely digital right now, it introduces an entirely new asset class. By the same token, how might someone with $1 million Rolex collection go about getting a loan against it? I know someone who has $1 million. What, TJ?
Yeah.
What?
I know who
What?
I know who you're talking
Who?
about. Richard Hart.
How do you let me do the name dropping over here?
And Greg, actually, from Dapp University, had some good hardware on that show, too.
Yeah, that's right. We actually own 0 Rolexes. I own 0. There's only watch I got is an Apple Watch. So, all right, guys. Well, listen, before we jump off the stream today, I want to head on over to our channel here.
Support the boys.
Support the boys here. So you guys go to BitBoy Crypto on YouTube. What a great thumbnail that was. You guys will see down here, New Money Gang, 41.3 thousand subscribers. This is Jay Chains and Brian who run this channel. They're actually live streaming right now, actually.
Yeah.
So if you head on over to New Money Gang, make sure to check it out. Click here. You guys can see they're going to go live here any minute. It says 12:45. They're going live in 2 minutes. So you guys make sure to go subscribe to the channel. Head on over there. Check out, if you want to know how to make more money, to put money into crypto, this is the channel to watch. They do a phenomenal job with this. They've already got a new studio set up at our new building. So they're actually live streaming today from our new building. So make sure to go and check that out. Let's see if I can.
I dropped a link in the chat on both Twitch and YouTube, so you guys can just click that link, go on over, show them.
Yeah, I'll have the first chat here.
They'll be really excited.
Support the boys. I'll spell it with a Z because I'm edgy. All right, guys, that's all we got for today. Thank you so much for watching. Good luck to all your countries in the Olympics, but we got to be Team USA. Let's go, America. Let's get that gold, the kind that's not rigged. That's all I got. Be blessed. BitBoy out.